Raptors are very open for business, including potentially trading some starters
Hmm.
this summer. Jake Fisher, friend of the program, reported that the team is open to putting RJ Barrett, Immanuel Quickley, and our guy Jakob Poeltl
Man.
on the market. And yeah, this is what I was gonna talk about with you earlier. It's like we've heard the Raptors just like either like lurking or had conversations, exploring in every single player that's available, from like KD,
Mm.
like John Morant. They got brought into the mix, and I think the general impression is that they're looking to upgrade this roster.
Yeah.
How do you feel that they just put together
Hmm.
this little core around Scotty of RJ, IQ? You put Ingram in there,
Mm.
and Yak too, and now suddenly it looks like they're trying to like make major changes to the roster here.
Well, I mean, I think as much as we called them BBQ and everything, I don't know if that was ever going to be like the long term. This
Yeah.
is going to be the
I
trio.
don't think if we even got like a single rib out of that.
This
I think
anatomical rib
I
fest,
think we
man.
were just getting some asparagus off the grill there, man.
Yo,
You know when they put in that little tinfoil?
the charcoal ain't even hot right now.
That's the
man.
Faisal Kamisa of family barbecue, man.
All you right now, you don't want those things where you like take a potato, you like wrap it in tinfoil, you throw it in the coals. Like that's as far as we've
You know
gone
when you show up at
with
the
this
barbecue
BBQ,
and
man.
it's still tinfoil season. You're like, come on, man, where the meat's at? I'm trying to get my cholesterol up, yo.
This is like one of those barbecues you have in like the public park, man, at Treadaway.
Yo,
Like,
I'm just talking about food right now because as people know, my colonoscopy is on Wednesday,
oh,
so I can't eat anything tomorrow. Yeah,
oh,
so
oh,
after
that's
this
right. Yeah, yeah.
podcast is my last chance to eat for like 24 hours.
Oh yeah, you got to binge, man.
Yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
see what happens. But
Uh,
yeah, the Raptors appear, and there's been other reports too. Brian Windhorst was saying today that they've explored trading the ninth pick in multiple trade scenarios.
mhm.
This is classic Raptors when they're on the trade market, right? Like they explore
Yeah.
everything. You hear that all these players are available and all of this stuff. But to me, it's just like looking at it big picture. Like, just how do you feel about this just sudden shift? And the shift started with them acquiring Brandon Ingram.
Well, first off, we haven't actually seen them make like an actual move yet, right? A lot of these are just rumors.
Mhm.
I do think that like I continue to not really buy the Raptors in on KD to this degree. Like
Mhm.
everyone just keeps saying the Raptors could do it because they did it for Kawhi. Like I mean, look, I just don't think that they see the situation as equivalent, especially with KD in its current moment. I don't think KD is where Kawhi was at, and the Raptors aren't where the Raptors were at. So like, I don't see how that's a false equivalence to me.
Mhm.
I think maybe when you talk about all these players being available, that seemed like the basis of like the Jakob the Giannis trade for me.
Mhm.
That seems like what would have been put on the table for a Giannis trade, which is fine. Like like that's fine. But like the other part to me is just like the Raptors. I know we want to see them do it all together. I think that like if they had to run it all back and let it sort of roll out, I don't even think that that's a bad thing necessarily. I think that there are reasons to be excited. Like I think that we haven't seen Ingram play, but obviously we know what he can do when he's healthy. This team really lacked a scorer, another playmaker. I think that like you slot him in. I think that's going to work really well. I think there's still upside with Scotty, so we keep waiting on this like big jump from Scotty. Maybe next year's the year to do it. Who knows? But more than anything else, it's just like the team is kind of mid and pretty expensive. And so largely what the Raps are trying to do is take a bunch of like assets, put them together, and before they get really expensive, like flip them and consolidate.
Before they
like,
even get to play together. So you're saying they built a mid team, and the mid team didn't even get to get going, and
Yeah.
now they're disassembling it.
No, but when you're playing like five card poker or like five card
I
stud
know
or
you're
whatever.
craving poker because you're making so many references.
No, because like the Raptors' hand right now, like we have like a pair of nines, like a
Mm.
queen, a king, and then like a
Yo,
two.
Ennis, man, get this man back in the game.
No,
so
I
he
mean,
doesn't
like-
have to make up dream scenarios.
So like the Raptors right now are trying to discard like 3 cards basically.
Yeah. No, I get
And
what
like
you mean.
hoping to, you know what I mean, like make something.
Yeah.
Like I
Doing
think more than anything else,
I was
like
doing that video poker in Vegas with you guys last year.
yeah, exactly. Like this is just like every, you know what I mean. Like the team as is more of a collection of like assets rather than like a coherent team that like is structured together to like build long term. Like
Do you think?
I don't
do you
see
think,
that.
do
We
you
have
think
maybe
start-
one cornerstone player. That's it.
Yeah. Do you think? And that's a maybe too. Do you think we start opening night with Scotty, RJ, IQ, Ingram, and Poeltl as the starting five?
I'd probably put that at 50-50.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably
So
leaning
you
more
think one of the
towards.
starters, at least one of the starters, might be on the move here?
Yeah, I think so. I think the one consistent theme that you see in across all the reporting is that RJ seems to be up on the block. Which, by the way, terrible timing for RJ to have his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, RJ Barrett, over the weekend. And also, the Raptors just keep posting RJ Barrett nonstop. They're like,
Yeah,
RJ Barrett's best plays, and I'm like,
I've heard this conspiracy theory of like, oh, they're just like maybe doing this, I guess, because he might be on the move. But
Well, now we post RJ. What about when he was in an All-Star chase? There's no RJ post then, huh?
I don't think it's like I just think RJ maybe just had the most highlights from that very forgettable season. I don't know.
RJ, kidding me?
But happy birthday, Kevin Willis. So the report you mentioned too, with Kevin Durant here, how interested are you in this Durant watch? I know the Raptors aren't really like that involved,
Man.
even though they're lurking, but like I'm not feeling a lot of buzz from the KD watch here.
Okay.
So to give
as-
the context of people, the
Okay, sure.
reporting is that it's down to Houston. His three preferred teams are Houston, San Antonio, and Sleepy Pat Riley's Miami Heat. And there is a report that his
Okay.
preference is the Spurs.
Oh, okay. But I've seen there's been so many rumors about KD like in the last week. Like I've seen him like not want to go to Minnesota,
Yeah,
but Minnesota
that's-
might jump in. Like Houston was like a previous.
This one is
favorite
just like the most
opportunity.
recent to come out, just because it
Okay.
did come out just about less than 2 hours ago.
Right.
Like this just dropped as we were right before we were doing this pod. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Let's do this as like let's just walk through this exercise. How much do you think it'll take to get KD for the Raps?
I mean, money wise, you have to put in two starters, right?
Okay,
Unless
so,
you're doing a three-way trade. I mean, the
Is-
most common combo I've seen is RJ and Jakob Poeltl.
RJ Yak in the 9th pick. Would you do that for KD?
I would not. I think I know I'm a big KD stan, but it's like I'm not trying to put that many assets unless it's a Giannis type player. And
Well-
KD is at a different point in his career.
KD's 37, man.
Yeah.
KD's
no.
Garrett Temple's age.
KD has to be coming to a team that's ready to contend if you're making a move
Yeah.
like that.
I don't
And-
think it'll be happy for KD or for the Raps. Like, what are we even doing with KD?
I personally want it to happen because you know for sure that you and KD will have a showdown on Twitter.
Like he's like
you and-
Andy Lou. You're over here
No.
too.
No, the top three guys are gonna get into a showdown. You, Aaron Rose, and I don't know. Do you want to nominate a third? Who do you think he'll get into a beef with in the Raptors?
No,
media?
come on. I mean, look, if KD comes to Toronto,
And Joseph and Cash. I feel like he'll get into a tussle with
man,
Cash.
when was the last time Cash beat with anybody, man? No,
But KD's gonna search for all of your tweets.
oh well, he
Yeah.
might beef with you then, because I know I know you got some KD tweets as well. But
Oh my
I'm not trying to dry snitch on you, but
I
I
some
think
good ones.
I think the thing with KD is just like, dude, like he's got to go somewhere where he can actually play out the rest of his career in a competitive area. And like,
So-
I'm not saying that the Raptors won't be competitive with him. I think like there's maybe something that's like KD, Ingram, Scotty, Vision 6'9", but with shooters. You know, like I don't know. You had to find another center out there, but I suppose that's like easier. Like it's easier to find another center than this is to find another KD. Like I could see it, but at most, like this is like how many more good years you're getting out of KD? Like 2.
Yeah, but I mean, I get the age. Like he's still at a pretty high level, but yeah, no, I agree with you. Like he's been like injury prone here and there too, and that's
Right.
another part of the risk. That's why I'm surprised Miami's here. I guess does
But
Miami have-
Miami's just
does-
desperate, man. Miami's like more desperate than the Raptors.
But
which
this is more like
you know,
this is more
hard
like
to do these
KD.
days.
KD's top three preference. Like I'm surprised he's not putting Minnesota in here. I mean, the conspiracy theory is that because some of these other places have no state income tax.
Is
and
that what he's trying to do
Minnesota
then? He
does.
just want to get one more payment and retire? Like
I
that
don't know,
doesn't sound motivating
the
to
board-
me to get him.
The boardroom is not popping, bro. But like,
Well, see, this is why he come after you on Twitter, man.
but if
God damn.
yeah, me and him would definitely spar. I think
Yeah,
he
for
would
sure.
DM me first. But
Oh man.
I think if you put it in your scenario of like, oh, KD should want to go to a place where
Mm-hmm.
like he can contend. Houston, if it's down to Houston or San Antonio, who are you picking if you're KD? Assuming both can get the deal done. You want to go with Wemby, or you want to go with this young Houston team that had is already in the playoffs? Still has upside.
I'd probably go with the young Houston team,
Okay.
just because they're a little bit closer to like contention,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to be the hero in Houston. If I go to San Antonio, like I'm just like Wemby's
That's
long
like Steph.
sidekick.
Yeah, that's like a Steph KD thing again.
Yeah, he's like getting jealous. He's like getting upset. So that too.
Yeah, Andy
Also,
will make
Houston
a
looks-
Wem better team.
Yo, see, there you go. It's like right there. It's built in. No, like Houston is good. Like Houston's a great situation for him. Like the only issue is like I think they want to flip Jalen Green back, and Jalen Green doesn't appeal to Phoenix because they already have Devin Booker. So
Yeah.
they'd have to flip in a third team. But like, no, I think that even the Toronto thing, like I don't even. It's two things, because obviously I appreciate how great KD is, and if KD came to the Raptors, I would have no complaints because I would get to watch Kevin Durant. I get to cover Kevin Durant.
It's good for business too.
It's good for business. Like it genuinely is good for business. The Raptors will be a more competitive team. Like those things are all good, but I don't see how necessarily that brings the Raptors like towards a championship contention. And I also don't see like giving up multiple starters for Kevin Durant right now. Plus the number 9 pick is just like really tangibly improving your team. Like even in the regular season, like I mean, I know that part of the Phoenix's downfall last year was because like KD was kind of like his heart wasn't really in it, and you can watch it, like he was getting super pissed. He was like taking random texts and stuff like that. But like at the same time, I'm like, bro, that Phoenix team didn't even come close to making the playoffs, and like, does he not wear some of that? Like,
No, he should wear that. I think
So-
for as much criticism as like LeBron gets on when some of his teams underachieve, and some of the other stars, it does seem like KD kind of gets to slide on that. And he's been in a few scenarios post Golden State that has fallen apart. I mean, that Brooklyn team arguably is the most underachieving team. But then some of that is because Kyrie opened his third eye and, and opened up Amazon. So
oh man, no, the crazy.
if Kyrie didn't subscribe, sliding doors moment. If Kyrie didn't have an Amazon Prime Video subscription, if he just went on Criterion instead, like, are the Nets 3-time champions? Yeah.
Not enough is made about the fact that Kyrie has really come back, and like I really like Kyrie now again.
I think
there was a stretch there where I was like, "What is going on?"
I know.
With Kyrie?
I think everyone in basketball wants to love Kyrie because he's one of the coolest hoopers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, when KD went to the Nets and did the big three, I think that was his version of like he thought like it was gonna be the Heatles, and like instead it was the Brooklyn Nets, which is very funny to me. Because when you like try to like put all those efforts into like making something, and then you end up with that, you're just like like.
The crazy thing is
a little embarrassing, man.
the most memorable thing. I think the top 2 most memorable things you'll remember from his Brooklyn run. Number 1, I think the toe on the line, the Game 7 performance against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the Bing Bong video of the Knicks fan yelling like, "KD, don't you wish you were on the Knicks?"
Well, KD doesn't. He could have went to the Knicks this year. The Knicks would be a good place for KD, but KD's like, I don't even want to go there.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna. Well, actually, he might get traded soon, so maybe we won't have to talk about
Well,
this again.
I do think KD maybe gets traded closer to the draft because, like, let's
Yeah.
say, like for example, Phoenix is like, let's say hypothetically, if the Raptors had the 9th pick as part of some package on the table for KD. If you're Phoenix, why wouldn't you wait till the draft to see who's available at 9 to then make that trade?
Oh, Phoenix is in no rush.
Because they got to be dependent on somebody. Like
Yeah.
it's not just 9. It's like who's available at 9.
That
You might
valley
just
is
wait one more
looking
week.
that valley's looking like a desert till 2032. So they can take their time with this KD thing.
Oh man, but when they get.
You
Yeah,
know-
I didn't even know what Phoenix is trying to do. By the way, man,
Yo,
like,
I
they're
get-
like, we need a center for KD, and I'm like, what? When you lose,
Yeah, I
KD,
heard
you're
they're
gonna
like
have
doing
nothing.
due diligence on like centers around the league and stuff. I mean, my plan, I would zag and trade for Rudy Gobert and sign Chris Paul. Yeah, I
Wow.
think that should be the zag. Where do you think KD ends up? I think he ends up in Houston.
I think it goes to San Antonio.
The latest reporting too from the Athletic, from Kelly Iko, who covers the Rockets for them, says that the Suns have not been impressed with the Rockets or Spurs offers, which I'm not surprised because like,
This sounds like
why
they're
would
just-
you?
this-
But why would you overbid for KD right now? Like,
They sounds like they're telling them get your bids up, but we're not going to trade them in the meantime. Like,
yeah.
I think we have another week. That's going to take one more week. I think
I'm
one
just
more week.
I'm underwhelmed by KD watch, man. Just get this stuff done.
Yeah. Does Kate? By the way, my real question is: does KD make any of these teams genuine contenders?
I think so. I think if he goes to
Oh, okay.
Houston, I
Okay.
think the Spurs are a little. I mean, yeah, for sure. The Spurs too. I guess I just keep not giving the Spurs, or like I have doubt about the Spurs just because I haven't seen them in the playoffs.
I don't even know what the Spurs are yet, other than just Wemby does
Yeah.
cool shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's